If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The Cleveland Browns locker room is reportedly in turmoil, and the epic confrontation between Myles Garrett and quarterback Shedeur Sanders might just be the spark that ignites a full-blown internal crisis. Sources close to the team suggest that the intensity of the disagreement was unlike anything seen in recent Browns history, with Garrett allegedly letting out frustrations that had been simmering beneath the surface for months. It's being whispered that Garrett's outburst was less about a single play and more about long-standing tensions over leadership, strategy, and the allocation of responsibilities on the field. Insiders claim that some players are choosing sides, quietly aligning themselves either with Garrett's fiery, uncompromising vision for success or with Sanders' more measured approach to decision-making under pressure. The atmosphere reportedly turned so tense that coaching staff members were allegedly forced to step in multiple times just to prevent verbal confrontations from escalating into physical altercations. Fans are catching wind of these murmurs, and speculation is running wild on social media, with debates raging about who is really responsible for the perceived discord. Analysts are beginning to question whether the Browns season can survive internal strife of this magnitude, given the already high expectations and the intensity of the league's competition. According to multiple unverified reports, Garrett's frustration stems from a perceived lack of accountability and strategic cohesion within the team. Observers are noting that while Garrett has long been considered a cornerstone of the Browns' defensive line, his influence in shaping team culture may be growing beyond what management is comfortable with. The clash with Sanders is being framed as a symbolic moment, a flashpoint revealing deeper fractures in communication, trust, and respect among the players. Some sources hint that Garrett has privately demanded more decisive actions from coaches, including a re-evaluation of play-calling responsibilities and the implementation of stricter performance standards. Meanwhile, whispers from within the organization suggest that Sanders, still relatively new to the starting role, may be struggling to assert authority while simultaneously managing relationships with established veterans who have built their reputations over years of high-stakes competition. This dynamic has allegedly created a volatile environment where small disagreements can escalate quickly, leaving team management scrambling to contain the fallout. The rumor mill continues to churn, with insiders claiming that if changes aren't made promptly, the Browns could face not only on-field struggles, but a locker room culture crisis that may affect morale and cohesion for the entire season. Fans and commentators are reportedly dissecting the confrontation from every angle, with social media amplifying every snippet of information that emerges. Analysts claim that Garrett's actions, while controversial, might be indicative of a player pushing for necessary change, refusing to tolerate complacency or mediocrity in a squad with championship aspirations. Sources close to the team suggest that Garrett's message was clear: performance standards must be raised, and leadership responsibilities must be clearly defined to prevent further confusion and frustration on the field. Some insiders speculate that this could trigger a chain reaction, prompting coaching staff to implement structural changes, such as reassessing roles within the defensive and offensive units or redefining the quarterback's decision-making autonomy. Meanwhile, Sanders' camp is reportedly trying to manage public perception, emphasizing professionalism and composure while privately navigating the delicate balance of earning respect from star players without alienating teammates. The narrative growing in sports media suggests that this internal drama could influence everything from game strategy to contract negotiations, and whispers of potential trades or role adjustments are already circulating. With the Browns' playoff ambitions on the line, every decision made in response to this explosive situation could have far-reaching consequences, leaving fans both anxious and intrigued as the story unfolds. Some insiders allege that Garrett's frustration is not just about the current season, but also about long-term organizational direction. Reports suggest that he has voiced concerns about talent development, coaching philosophy, and the prioritization of certain players over others, hinting at a desire to reshape the team's competitive framework. Observers are noting that this tension is emblematic of a larger cultural debate within the Browns, highlighting conflicting approaches to leadership, accountability, and professional expectations. The rumor mill continues to swirl with speculation that Garrett's influence may now extend beyond defensive strategies, potentially impacting broader team decisions. Meanwhile, whispers suggest that Sanders is attempting to navigate these treacherous waters carefully, balancing assertiveness with diplomacy to maintain credibility while avoiding unnecessary conflicts. Sources claim that both players are acutely aware of the high stakes, not only for their own careers, but for the team's overall trajectory, which only heightens the intensity of every interaction and decision. Analysts suggest that if the Browns fail to address these underlying issues swiftly, the growing divide could manifest in declining performance, fractured locker room dynamics, and a potential media storm that further complicates recovery efforts. Fans are watching closely, knowing that each rumor, leak, or report could be a clue to understanding whether the team can unite or is headed toward a season-defining internal struggle that may overshadow every on-field achievement. Reports indicate that the coaching staff is under mounting pressure to mediate and resolve the situation before it escalates further. Sources hint that meetings have been called behind closed doors, with management exploring both immediate and long-term solutions to prevent further rifts. Some rumors suggest that changes to practice structures, communication protocols, and even play-calling hierarchies are being discussed to address the concerns raised by Garrett. Meanwhile, speculation persists regarding Sanders' role, with insiders suggesting that he may be asked to adopt a more assertive presence during critical game moments to prevent misunderstandings and conflicts from spiraling. Analysts are observing the situation closely, noting that the outcome could set a precedent for player empowerment and influence in shaping organizational decisions. Fans are actively debating the potential implications, weighing Garrett's demands against the team's existing strategies and the quarterback's developmental trajectory. The situation has evolved into a narrative that extends far beyond a single argument, reflecting deeper questions about leadership, authority, and accountability in professional sports. Every rumor, whether verified or not, seems to contribute to a growing sense of urgency and anticipation among observers, as the Browns' future cohesion and performance hang in a delicate balance, leaving the sports world buzzing with speculation and intrigue. The intensity of the situation is reportedly influencing morale both on and off the field, with whispers suggesting that some players are adjusting their approaches to avoid confrontation while others are reportedly emboldened by Garrett's assertiveness. Rumors circulating among analysts claim that this dynamic could redefine team culture, creating either a more disciplined, high-performance environment or a fractured, unpredictable locker room atmosphere. Sources indicate that discussions around leadership, play execution, and accountability are ongoing, with Garrett's outspoken stance serving as a catalyst for broader organizational introspection. Observers note that if these tensions are not addressed promptly, the Browns could face cascading challenges, including miscommunication during critical plays, reduced cohesion in defensive strategies, and potential public relations difficulties that exacerbate internal strains. Analysts are reportedly watching every practice, press conference, and social media post for signs of reconciliation, escalation, or strategic adjustments, as each development could offer clues about how management and players intend to navigate this turbulent period. Fans are reportedly divided, with some praising Garrett's courage and others expressing concern over possible distractions, fueling a debate that extends across forums, broadcasts, and sports commentary platforms. The evolving situation, marked by rumors, leaks, and insider reports, paints a vivid picture of a franchise at a crossroads, with the outcome hinging on decisive actions that may either unify the team or expose lasting fractures that threaten the Browns' competitive ambitions in a league that tolerates no uncertainty. Whispers from inside the Browns organization suggest that the fallout from Garrett's confrontation with Sanders is far from over, with rumors indicating that other veteran players are beginning to voice their own frustrations. Sources claim that conversations behind closed doors have grown increasingly tense, with some players reportedly questioning the coaching staff's decision-making and the distribution of responsibilities among team leaders. Analysts are speculating that this could lead to a shift in locker room alliances, with factions forming around different philosophies, playing styles, and leadership approaches. Fans are reportedly dissecting every report, leak, and cryptic social media post for clues, amplifying the sense of drama surrounding the team. Some insiders hint that Garrett's actions, while controversial, may have sparked a necessary reckoning, forcing management to confront long-ignored issues that could impact both performance and team culture. Meanwhile, Sanders is reportedly navigating the situation with careful diplomacy, trying to maintain authority without provoking further conflict, though rumors suggest the quarterback's patience may be tested. Observers are debating whether the Browns can reconcile these differences before the season reaches a critical juncture, and analysts warn that failure to act decisively could lead to a spiral of internal distrust, underperformance, and media scrutiny that overshadows every victory or strategic adjustment the team attempts to implement. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Sources close to the situation are reportedly suggesting that Garrett's influence over the defensive line may now extend to broader strategic decisions, with whispers claiming he is pushing for more autonomy in on-field calls. Analysts note that this could fundamentally alter team dynamics, potentially creating tension between coaching staff, offensive leadership, and defensive personnel. Rumors suggest that Garrett is frustrated by what he perceives as inconsistent leadership and a lack of decisive action from management, fueling speculation that he may leverage his status to demand structural changes. Meanwhile, Sanders is allegedly seeking ways to assert his own authority, balancing the need to earn respect with the pressures of performing under the scrutiny of both fans and teammates. Sources hint that other players are closely watching how these two high-profile figures navigate the situation, with whispers of private meetings, strategy discussions, and subtle power plays circulating through the locker room. Analysts warn that if these tensions remain unresolved, they could affect on-field communication, execution of plays, and the overall cohesion required to compete at a championship level. Fans are reportedly riveted, following every rumor with intense interest, creating an ongoing narrative that portrays the Browns as a team at the epicenter of intrigue, where personalities, egos, and ambitions collide in a high-stakes battle for control and influence. Reports suggest that management is actively exploring ways to mitigate the internal friction, with rumors indicating that meetings with players, coaches, and front office staff are ongoing to assess the situation. Sources claim that discussions include potential changes to play-calling structures, leadership roles, and practice routines, all aimed at preventing further escalation between Garrett and Sanders. Analysts are noting that this level of intervention is unusual, highlighting the gravity of the conflict and its potential impact on both short-term performance and long-term team culture. Rumors indicate that Garrett's assertiveness may inspire others to speak up, creating a ripple effect where concerns previously left unspoken are now being addressed, though this carries the risk of exposing more divisions. Meanwhile, whispers suggest that Sanders is seeking to navigate these turbulent waters strategically, attempting to maintain authority without alienating teammates or undermining his own credibility. Observers note that the outcome of these interventions could set a precedent, influencing not only the Browns' internal structure, but also how player power and leadership disputes are handled across the league. Fans remain captivated, turning every leak, insider comment, and social media post into fodder for debate, speculation, and anticipation as the drama unfolds, leaving the organization at a crossroads where decisions made in the coming weeks could define the team's identity, cohesion, and competitive trajectory. Insiders continue to speculate that Garrett's outburst could trigger a broader reassessment of player roles, responsibilities, and expectations, with whispers suggesting that some teammates may be reevaluating their own positions within the squad. Analysts highlight that this could have a cascading effect, influencing not only practice intensity and game strategy, but also the long-term culture of the Browns organization. Rumors indicate that Garrett's influence is significant enough to sway decisions, though this may intensify tension if management perceives challenges to authority or strategic coherence. Meanwhile, Sanders' approach to leadership is reportedly under scrutiny, with whispers suggesting that his ability to command respect while maintaining composure is being closely observed by both peers and coaches. Fans are reportedly dissecting every interaction, looking for signs of unity or division, and analysts warn that even subtle shifts in dynamics could have pronounced effects during high-pressure game situations. Sources claim that if these internal frictions persist, the Browns may face challenges that extend beyond tactical execution, potentially affecting morale, trust, and long-term cohesion. The situation is reportedly evolving daily, with every rumor, insider comment, and social media leak contributing to a complex narrative that portrays the Browns as a team grappling with both internal conflict and the high stakes of a championship-driven season. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!